Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. I have a lot of sixth house energy in me, so I have a lot of Virgo in me because of that. And this is the third time I'm doing the video, and only you can understand why, because you have to get it right, don't we? We have to get it right. It has to be perfect, and it's eclipse month, so it definitely has to be perfect. I don't want to get the messaging wrong because it's the most important month of the year. This is the year when two of the main eclipses are there, and they definitely take you to the next phase. Like every eclipse, it gives something, it takes away something, but it always improves a phase of a part of you that needed to be improved. Eclipses are very close to my heart because I definitely changed a lot through the eclipses. I actually started delving into astrology because of eclipses. So they're very close to my heart. Virgos have been coming out of the bottom of the chart to the top of the chart. You've been working on yourself for the past few years, and you're getting ready to show yourself to the world. But you wait and you wait because you want every inch of you to be perfect. And this month, starting even from end of June, is a very important piece to be that perfect you, because you're coming to the top of the chart, which is how you look to the world, how you're known to the world, and your destiny in the world. Nodes and eclipses have been in the 12th house. From healing and knowing more of your hidden side, cultivating your spirituality, working on your soul, maybe healing some of the losses that you might have had in the past. You're moving towards from that phase to working to making some serious name in the world. You are a material sign, and you are an excellent mutable material earth sign. You're here to make something material in the world, and you're getting into that phase, coming out of the 12th house north node energy to 11th house, your goals, destination and desire, and big wealth, sudden financial gains. That is the phase you're moving towards now. Most of the heavy hitting planets are slowly moving from the bottom of the chart to the top of the chart. That's where you're going to shine. So you're learning how to strategize in every area of your life so you can get there. And that's why all the things that are happening from the end of June to the month of July are. And I'll slowly go over 2 or 3 of these key things that might shape your work and your health sector especially. There's a little bit on the relationship sector which I'll cover at the end of the video, but I'm warning you that large part of this video is dedicated towards the work and the day-to-day and your health routines, because that's where large part of the energy and the change sits. So we'll start from the start. We're sitting on, this is 22nd of June, and we're sitting, just come out of Sun and Gemini season, where you have been focused on your work. Maybe you had a new moon in the work sector at the start of the month, and you might have got a glimpse of something new that you want to do at work. Maybe you want to change your title at work. Maybe you want to change your place of work or what you do, and that's something that might have become amply cleared. And I think it's very important for you to get that cleared up, because as I said, all your eclipses going forward are going to be in 11th and 5th house axis, which means that you will be focused a lot more on how do you make your big wealth, how do you make your a new set of goals, how do you make your new network in the world, how do you get socially known in the world. So it's the right time to clear the deck and figure out what you want to do. The first step in that direction, and as I said, I mean, every transit, every key transit that happens always is there to support you to get to your final destination. The one big step in that is Mars going retrograde in Aquarius in 6th house starting from 26th of June. We're sitting on 21st or 22nd of June, depending on where you are in the world. So that energy is already in action right now. Mars is stationary, is going to go stationary and then go retrograde, which means that it will look like it's moving backward from Earth. None of the planets move backward, it's just our perspective from Earth. But whenever a planet goes retrograde from our perspective, that planet starts working hard. We start retracing our steps on what we have been doing in our day-to-day work routine and health sector, and start reviewing that and trying to fix that. Virgos are susceptible to ankles, circulation system, varicose veins, and allergies. So you want to be careful about circulation system of your body, and that all that is clear. When Mars goes retrograde, we learn how to get more strategic in that area of our life. And instead of just push and go and get angry with people at work and getting frustrated at work and fighting with people, which you'll see a lot of, Mars retrograde affects a lot of people negatively. You see angst coming out, you see anger coming out, you see accidents, all of those things, and this will be over the next 1.5 2 months. So you'll see that playing out across you. But Virgos, you are the best at getting the right way, right? So routines is your thing. Sixth house is your energy. You are sixth house. You are best known to set up a perfect routine, as long as you know what is the end goal that you're going towards. You're brilliant and unorthodox in how you manage your routine, and this is about getting your routine right, getting your work life right, pushing strategically, and getting your right way of functioning. That's what you're aiming towards. Now it could involve either, maybe you need to set up a regular gym routine, maybe you need to set up a new diet, maybe you need to set up a new way of functioning. Maybe 9 to 5 does not work for you anymore. Maybe that's not when you're most efficient. Maybe the current place where you're working is not efficient for you, and it's possible. There are two ways of leaving, right? You can get angry with your boss and suddenly decide, okay, I want to go, and you quit on that day. Or you might decide, this is where I want to go. I don't want to burn my bridges with where I am right now. I want to leverage those relationships going forward, and you leave in the right way from where you're working, with something set up towards what you're going to. So that's, and it's as I said, I mean, this is important. If you're going to the top of the chart, you're setting up your destination and your destiny and in the world, and you're setting up a new title. Maybe you're going towards larger financial gains. Setting your way of functioning and your health right is basic. So you would be working towards that, while the eclipses will show you the first glimpse of some sort of financial gains in the new phase, in the new goals that you're going towards. That would happen on 12th of July, new moon solar eclipse. And towards the build up of that, this new moon solar eclipse will last, the effect lasts for at least 6 months. What does a new moon solar eclipse start for? Like any other new moon, it will give you a new start on something in life. This is happening in your 11th house. What does 11th house stand for? It stands for social networks, gains, goals, dreams, and desires for a larger set of people, sudden financial gains. And this is coming in conjunction with Rahu. Rahu is not stable, so you might not see a lot of these financial gains very stable, but they're giving a taste of what's to come, what's about to come for you. And I think that's fine. It depends on how hung up are you about getting stuck on this specific success being long lasting. But the first set of network that you might make right now will help you get to your destiny, because you are working towards your 11th house now. You're working towards making a new social network which will get you the larger wealth that you're making for life for yourself. So I think it's important to pay attention to this first sign, the first network, or the first gain, or a first deal, or an episodic transaction that might happen in the first 1 or 2 weeks of July. And I'm talking a little bit of financial industry language, but if you're not in financial industry, it could be just your business giving the first set of return. Maybe you're going away from day to day and functioning in a 9 to 5 or 9 to 7 job, and you're going towards setting up your own business. You will see the first set of clientele, the first set of social network that gets you the first deal come about during the first 2 weeks of July, or the first 3 weeks of July, where this energy is really active. A lot of energies are helping you in this. Within June itself, Mercury, your planet, is working in positive energy with Jupiter and Neptune. You will be fabulous at any sales pitches that you might be doing towards the end of the June, mid of the June, and you might have seen that already play out. You can see that your communication planet is working in positive energy, and that is not gonna be the energy post end of July. So I will ask you to take advantage. A lot of people will suggest, oh, eclipse season, don't make any sales pitches, don't do any new networks, etc. I would not suggest you to do that. You are ruled by Mercury. Mercury will go retrograde end of July, exactly on 26th of July. 3 weeks you would have an issue in getting anything off the table. You might retreat during that time, and you'll have to wait and see on what happens. Before 26th of July is when you want to plant the seeds of what you want to reap. So if there's a pitch that you need to make, if there's a transaction, if there's a new business proposition that you want to raise, 9th of July, 10th of July, 9th of July, Venus goes in your name. In Virgo, Jupiter goes direct on 10th of July. Positive energies working in your favor. Jupiter is in 3rd house in your communication sector. You will be fabulous at a sales pitch if you make it in the first 2 or 3 weeks of July. And you are not making any imbalanced approaches towards making money. Saturn is in your 5th sound. You're not making speculative gains. It's not like you're betting your livelihood over something. You are making balanced choices right now. You have had time to work through this, and you will continue to work through this. So don't be scared about taking this next step, because you have taken care of not being too speculative about things. Now what happens? This was not enough. End of the month, because something has to end, right? Something new has started, something has to end. What is going to end? Some routine has to end. Some way of functioning has to end. As I told you, Mars is also in that direction. Suddenly, end of the month, with the first glimpse of the gains in your 11th house, you realize either a previous job or a previous function is not working out for you. And there is a closure, a culmination, a release of karma, because this full moon on 27th of July is a solar eclipse, and a very strong solar eclipse. It comes along with South Node or Rahu, which means that you need a detachment on some way of functioning. You would move away, either physically or at least mentally, away from some project or some day-to-day work, or even a health routine. You might suddenly decide, this is not working for me, and it's not so sudden for you. It's as I said, I mean, you saw the whole energy that I read to you for the month of end of June and July. We were building towards this, so it's not going to come as a shock, but you will make it absolute end of the month. While all this is in works, there are a lot of things. As I said, Venus is in your sign, and it's working in positive energy with Saturn and Uranus. So travel and new learning is coming about. As you travel, you're meeting new people, learning new things about this new function that you're getting into. Now I'll get to you what I promised, which is your love life at the end of the video. Neptune is going retrograde in your 7th house of one-on-one romantic relationships, your close partnership, your marriage. Now when that happens, some of the things that you were not seeing very clearly with your marriage, with your partner, would come out in open. And I don't think that's this is not a very strong energy. It's more about your way of thinking about your partner. This is not an energy of ending a partnership, in my view, but there might be some lack of clarity on how you both should function together. If you are married, that might come about. At the same time, because it's working in positive energy with Jupiter, you might have an encounter with somebody who you think is your soulmate, and that might come about. Jupiter and Neptune working together in 3rd and 7th houses, energy of even meeting a soulmate at work. I mean, I don't know whether that's positive or negative. You treat it as you think it is, depending on your work circumstances, but it's an energy about meeting a soulmate at work. If you're single and looking for somebody, that's just a thing. So Apart from that, Jupiter in the third house going direct. If you had an issue with your sibling, younger sibling especially, 10th of July onwards, that energy improves. So you might see a relationship with a younger sibling improve. You have been working very hard on fifth house, which means that either you might be a new parent or about to become a new parent. So you have been putting some energy on that. That house is moving positively. You will reap returns of the hard work that you've put over there. It's just something that will come over time, and you'll continue to work hard. 28th of June, you might see something come about on that, some completion. Either your kids move to the next stage of their life, graduation, or some sort of degree, or some sort of positive news on your kids might come out. If you've been putting in hard work in that direction, you might see that come about. So that's on the personal front that you might see. But I had to focus on work and your career for most of this video, because as I said, I mean, your eyes are set on a very different rise right now, and I have to help you get there. So I wanted to focus a large part of the video on that. Good luck. July is a great month in my view, and do tell me how it went about for you, and like, subscribe and comment. I look forward to them. Thank you so much.